So as you see, there were 3 national platforms, and I would like to invite a representative of these 3 platforms from the Czech Republic, Petr Pabian, from Hungary, Eva Deák, and from Slovakia, Adriana Drugová. Let's come here and join me. First of all, thank you for your work and creating connections really practical so we can have concrete examples. And let's not talk about challenges, because we had a lot of challenges discussed, and I think we know them. Let's end the day with positive examples. So my general question would be, what are the results? What is the impact you see? And let's talk about what you really see in the practice from your work. And if we can start with the Czech platform, because it was the first established. It was said that it was 2019, so it's already 5 years, and it's quite a long time. So tell us what you can see, what impact, what are the results, so we can be proud. Here, Mike.
Okay. I would say that the fundamental gain of our platform is relationships. Fundamentally, we focused on relationships between members, and this is what our every meeting is focused on, building positive experiences, building friendships, and building a space that people enjoy coming to. So this is, I think, the most important part of our work, bringing people together and giving them a safe space. So yeah, this is the fundamental. And second is, yeah, as we heard, sharing what members do, learning from each other, and introducing new approaches from abroad, from Hungary, from Slovakia, and from elsewhere. So yeah, we have moved a lot, I would say. We are far from where we started. For instance, the steps we are taking at the moment is that we are realizing we started as a platform of those who are working with the most vulnerable children, especially Roma children. And the steps we are taking now is we are realizing that the system is so unhospitable to these children because it is actually unhospitable to most children. And these most vulnerable children are just the canaries in the mine, just those who suffer first and the most. And so we have to build alliances with as many other organizations as possible to bring the change for all children.
Peter, I understand your approach, and I think it's really important to also build a safe space, create connection, create friendship. But after 5 years, what you can see, what is different? What was different before this platform didn't exist? I mean, in terms of advocacy, in the video we heard that one of the goals of the platform is also set the theme in the public debate. So what can we really see?
Well, in terms of advocacy, at the beginning, yeah, what we heard from Vlado in the video, it's difficult for a single organization to be a partner to a ministry. So yeah, at the beginning, we struggled to establish a relationship with a Ministry of Education in a single specific topic of school meals, for instance. And yesterday, thanks to James coming, we hosted a lunch with a representative of 6 ministries. So yeah, there is a change, there is a development, but yeah, We have still a lot to cover. There are 8 more ministries, so...
Okay. So the impact is also that we have stronger relationship with the government, that we can invite them and really open the topic. For example, the dinner yesterday.
I think I wouldn't say we have a strong relationship with the government, not yet. But we can provide value. And this is, I think, important. Simply said, we can be useful to them.
Yeah. I wouldn't be so humble, to be honest, because we were talking about messaging, and I think I need to say it right now, that we in this region, we don't say that we have stronger relationship with government. If 5 years ago, nobody was like even taking care that this topic exists, and yesterday was a dinner, when there were 5 ministries, I think that this is a success also, and we shouldn't say that it's not, that we have a stronger relationship. But it's just my opinion, don't take it personally. I just think that we need to learn from James and other people, especially from the US, who really can say that we did something. So I encourage you guys, just say clearly what you did and what you achieved, and also present it the way that it's the fact. Sorry for the interruption, but I think it's super important. Slovakia, the platform in Slovakia is being established right now, or it's already established?
It's already formally established.
It's already formally established, but it's quite new, right?
It's very new, yeah.
It's very new. What does it mean? How long does it exist?
I think a month now.
Ah,
month
okay.
and a half, probably.
It's like a baby.
It's my first child.
So comparing to childs, okay, we are in this period that is crucial, right? The 3 years, especially the first months. So what are your steps and vision, and how do you see, you're from the foundation supporting this platform as well, to see the role of the platform?
So I thought you would ask about the results. Well,
if you have any results, just name the results.
Well, yeah, we can skip to the question that you actually asked.
Because I think that the result, like really big result, is that it's being established, and it was established.
Yeah, so like our idea was to, like to bring together people from different resorts, from different ministries, from different backgrounds, so not just from NGOs, not just from ministries, but also like different educational institutions. And also like people that don't only work with, I don't know, Roma children or somehow physically vulnerable children or refugee, but bring everyone who works with or works for children together and to create like a common vision on what we want to achieve in this topic in Slovakia. And what I want to say about the results, it's not maybe something that's big, but we have a conference planned in 2 weeks. It's opening conference for the platform, and we are really happy to see that people, not only from NGOs sign up, but also we have different people from the ministries. We have people from the academia. We have people from different institutions, and I would say like this is the first real success. And the second one would be when they really come. So yeah, like this is what I wanted to say to the result.
Fingers crossed. I think it's amazing that after first month of having this platform, you have a conference and people will come because they think it's important. So obviously they feel that we need to collaborate or coordinate differently. And I also would like to evaluate that this is like a big step in building collaboration. So congratulations for your work, and fingers crossed that it will, that people will come. That people will come and they will have a discussion, so something will be born. And in Hungary, the platform is being established, right? Right now, you're in the process. So maybe tell us about the results of the process and how is it in Hungary establishing this platform?
The Hungarian one is the youngest one. I think we have been established a week ago, less than a week ago. So, but
newborn.
It's absolutely a newborn, and I think the first result we can have is that we stated the importance of having a network like this. I think it's very important because we got to the conclusion. We had a lot of thoughts about establishing a new network We are all of the organizations are somehow involved in networks. And we can see the importance of our networks. We ourselves establish networks. But what about establishing a new one in a country where there is no minister of education, when the system is totally fragmented? What can we achieve? What can we do as a network? And we got to the conclusion that closely working in the field, we have a lot to tell to each other, coming from different provisions of services, different institutions, different kind of services, from healthcare sector, from social sector, principles of institutions, grassroots organizations, Roma organizations. We have a lot to tell to each other. And we have a lot to tell to policymakers if they are ready to listen to us. And we hope that we can get to that point that we can be listened. So there is a lot to do in the field, and I think getting to this conclusion that we are needed to get together from the different sectors. It's important we decided that we can have members from institutions, individual professionals, NGOs, a very, very wide range of professionals and institutions, all the stakeholders. And I think this conclusion is a big result. And also, we formulated the minimum criteria to join the network. And I think that was also important to think, to reflect to what is needed and what can be achieved to put down the minimum standards. And I think from now on, those who are reading these minimum standards can decide to join to this network. And that's where we are now. And I have to tell you that the initiator of this work is Carpathian Foundation, and I'm from Partners Hungary, but Bogi, the director of the foundation, cannot be here because her son is sick, so she cannot be with us. That's why she asked me from Partners Hungary Foundation, and we are one of the founding other members of the platform. So.
Thank you. And let's look at Slido if we have any questions here. There's one question. How can new organizations join your platform? So it's the question to anyone. So,
thank you.
If I'm an organization in Czech Republic, what should I do if I would like to join your platform?
Well, there is a form, you fill it in, and that's it.
Maybe how is it also funded? Does it mean that if I'm part of the platform, I have a responsibility to bring some funds and to donate, or how does this work?
Yeah. Yeah, we also have entry requirements, so but these are essentially just shared principles of how we work. And then there is, well, we are not bringing much funds to the platform, but yeah, there is a contribution, member contribution, which is symbolic compared to the costs of the platform. So it's just, yeah, symbolic.
So fill the form.
Fill the form.
Share the values that you share to say that I'm in and these are my values, and pay a symbolic amount of money.
Yep.
And then I can be a member of the platform. Yep. Okay, perfect. In Slovakia?
It's pretty similar, as we learned from our Czech colleagues a lot. But I would say, like, also be ready to learn and be ready to collaborate. So, like, have that mindset that in order to achieve something bigger, we need to share the same vision. We need to understand each other. It could be pretty difficult or hard in our system that is really fragmented. And I think there is a lot of misunderstanding of what ECEC actually means. So like one proposition to become a member would be like be ready to learn and be ready to collaborate.
And I think it's super important because of everything we heard that we need to create a shared vision and also collaborate. So the mindset that we have this is super important for the platform to achieve something. And in Hungary, it's almost the same?
Yeah, pretty much the same, but it has to be expressed in writing. That's very important to contribute, to think about how, why you want to join and how can you contribute. And what would you like to take also? Because it gives a common understanding, and I think the interest of each organization means a lot for a newly forming organization.
Yep.
And that's what we would like to know from the joining one. And also we ask for some tiny little financial contribution, just to think it seriously.
And the last question, I know that there is no time, but be very specific, please. And I think it's also important for people to hear. So what will the platforms will achieve in the 5 years? So maybe what are the goals to achieve in 5 years?
I will speak from the field of advocacy because we have a specific plan for the next 5 years. We have a parliamentary election in a year, and then a 4-year period of a newly elected parliament. And our goal is to talk to every party before the elections, to present to them specific, specific measures to implement in the next 4 years, ask them to put them in their election platforms. Those parties that were elected will come to them.
Peter.
You see, you had these points, these measures in your
Peter,
platforms.
I'll stop you.
And
Peter, like really, I understand the strategy, but if we look in 5 years' time, so regarding the strategy and I understand their election, what would like to achieve, like very specifically?
Yeah, and then we'll ask them to put it in the government platform, and then we will work at implementing these measures. So this is what we will achieve in the next 5 years. We'll have specific measures adopted by parties, by the cabinet, and implemented after 4 years.
Okay, Slovakia.
Really quick, so I hope we'll be like reliable partners for policymakers in setting up like all the different policies. And I hope we'll be like resource center for all the different organizations that would want to work in ECEC, and not just organizations, but also like individuals, maybe like academia people and stuff like that. And yeah, I think this is really shortly said.
And Hungary?
As a platform, we do not have a vision for 5 years. We weren't able to do that. But I have a personal dream that the platform should be asked before making serious decisions in the field.
Thank you for this sentence. I think it could be like great vision. The platform is asked and included in every important decision regarding the ECD. Thank you for your work and also being part of the discussion.